Hello and welcome to FreePlay. Life is short and games are expensive, so here are some free games that you can play right now. All of these games today come from the front page of itch.io, which is a fantastic website for exactly this sort of thing. So the first game we're looking at today is Gravity Ace from developer John Watson. This is a top-down space shooter. It uses Newtonian physics to move around, so what you'll notice watching this footage is that I just keep bumping into shit because I can't work out how to fly. This is early in development project at the moment, but despite that it seems to have quite a lot of potential, quite a lot of polish. I'll show you one of my most favourite features a little later on. So notice you have a fuel gauge, so you need to make sure you manage fuel. You can collect it from these fuel pods. These guys were civilians I was supposed to rescue, but I didn't. I let them die because I didn't realise until it was too late. My one possible complaint about this, which you'll notice a little later into the footage, is that I found it very easy to run out of fuel and die, and I had nowhere to get fuel from. Of course, it's important to remember that this is in extremely early alpha. It's not even officially in alpha yet, so there's probably a lot of development, a lot of tweaking still to be done. As I'm sure you can tell, what there is at the moment is actually really impressive. And the ship controls very... it's quite hard to control. It takes a lot of fuel to get anywhere, so what I actually learned towards the end of the game was it's best to use the Newtonian physics to my advantage and actually push in a direction and then just sort of let the ship drift there. I think I learned that a little bit late. I think you can clearly see that it looks gorgeous as well. Particle effects and shaders, screen shake, bullet effects, all that sort of thing. Even the sound effects kind of add up to make it look a lot more polished and a lot further along in development than it probably is. So I for one am pretty excited to see some more from this guy. And yeah, it's about here where I start running out of fuel. Desperately trying to get back to that fuel pod. When I get there, it's run out anyway. So that's the end of the official demo level. The other thing that's included in the game so far is a fully featured level editor, allowing you to edit the geometry of the levels as you wish. This is what I was able to do with about 5 minutes. So the mission I ended up creating, it's fairly simple as you can see. Fly into the cave, kill the 2 baddies, rescue the dude, and I do actually manage to rescue him this time. And then that's it. There is actually a full scripting system you can use, including adding dialogue, which I have subsequently found having recorded this. Generally the level editor is really easy to use. It's an incredibly impressive bit of kit. I'm really looking forward to seeing more from this game. So that's about all we've got for Gravity Ace. Next we have Generator, which is a little puzzle game by developer Nayunesu, which I've almost definitely pronounced wrong. The Generator is a browser-based game, runs entirely in your Chrome or Firefox, or if you really want to use Edge or Internet Explorer, I'm not going to stop you. Starts off pretty simple. You push the battery into the generator to get things going. Obviously, this being a puzzle game, things don't stay that simple for very long. I actually don't want to show you too much of this game because there aren't that many levels. These levels are pretty straightforward, but pretty much around this stage, it starts to get a bit trickier. What I'm going to do is skip ahead to one level that really stumped me for about 10 minutes. Give you a quick look at that, see if you can solve it, but I'm going to skip about now. So this is the level that stumped me, and it shows off the three key mechanics of the game pretty well. You've got the battery, the block, and the magnet. The magnet will always pull the battery, the block will always block that from happening. It follows that standard puzzle game trick of you push something against the wall, you ain't going to get it back again. I'm not going to show you a solution to this level because figuring it out for myself was really satisfying and I don't want to take that away from you. But I can fully recommend that you give Generator a go. Now the final game I have to show you today is A Dance of Fire and Ice. Originally, yes, I was drawn in by the Game of Thrones reference, and despite the fact that I am terrible at this sort of thing and have no sense of rhythm, you can ask the drummer in my school band if you don't believe me, I actually really enjoyed this one. Even though I'm clearly terrible at it. So the way this works, the rhythm action is based on the blocks. You hit the block when the other ball is over it and you'll pivot on that block, you'll move along. Watch what happens when you get to the corner. Okay, starts to make a bit more sense now, doesn't it? Here's another level with a bend involved, so you've got to go up and down. So when you're moving up in the right direction, it gives you almost like a quarter note, and then in the other direction it's like 1.5 notes. It actually feels pretty cool, and my rhythm-addled brain managed to get its head round it after a little while. So you kind of start to feel like you know what you're doing. Now, these levels are all a bit of a warm-up for the main event, which you'll see in a minute. The first instance of the tempo affecting tiles now. And the next level brings all of that together into an epic tune. You ready? Oh yeah, that's why I used to get booed off stage all the time. Okay, no worries. I tried that a few times. Here's the version where I got it right. yeah, I'm actually kind of proud of that. The game goes on. I've played a few more levels. Later on, things happen, like the entire level twists. There are levels where the blocks aren't all squares, some of them are triangular and all sorts like that. This free web version is actually a demo. There is a paid downloadable version on itch.io and also on Steam. And I will of course provide links to not just this, but all of the games that we've checked out in today's episode for you to take a look at your leisure. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Free Play. Remember, if you enjoyed it, like it, if you want to see more, subscribe, share it with someone else if you feel like it, why not? Hey, if you've got any suggestions of games you'd like me to take a look at, let me know in the comments. Can't make any promises, but I will do my best. Until next time, I'll see you later.